Shawn Hansen, General Manager for the Core Platform Business Unit. On March 2011, my family and I were living in downtown Tokyo when a 9.0 magnitude earthquake hit us. My family was scattered across the city, and I was in a leadership meeting on one of the top floors of a tall skyscraper. For the first minute, everyone laughed nervously, but it lasted for 3 minutes. Grown adults were under the table crying, and the tables and chairs were swinging across the room. I remember looking outside the window and thinking the other buildings looked like palm trees swaying back and forth in the wind. I learned some really critical lessons about leadership that day. I saw quick-thinking people jump up and throw chairs into the doorways to prevent them from jamming. Most of all, I saw one leader rise to the challenge. When everyone else was confused and milling about in bedlam, this manager who ran Japan said, "We have customers on the top floor of this building, a long way away from home. Since we're going to be here for a long time, if you want to help, please form a line on the stairs from the kitchen on the bottom floor to the EBC on the top floor." I remember vividly the feeling of purpose as everyone stood shoulder to shoulder on the stairway and passed food up from the kitchen at the bottom floor to the top. It gave me purpose and a feeling of a brief respite from the terrible events of that day. Most of all, it taught me that focusing on the customer can help us overcome our challenges as a company. Sometimes your greatest weakness can become your greatest strength. Many years ago, I worked for Microsoft Japan. At that time, Microsoft sales was a performance culture where countries were ranked against each other. You did not want to be last place in that ranking. I joined the Microsoft Japan team when it ranked in last place, and I was brought in as an operator. I quickly realized that Japan was a collaboration culture set in the middle of a Western competitive culture. There's a saying in Japan, "Deru kugi wa utareru," or the nail that sticks out will get hammered down. So how do you orchestrate a big change when the culture seems to be working against you? We learned the mistake was trying to copy American methods wholesale. Instead, the Japan team combined the two cultures together in a very unique way. They combined the incredible diligence, attention to detail, and the deep partner relationships of the Japanese with the operational savvy and the innovation style of the West. 2 years later, the Japanese team was first place in the world. My parents grew up in Hawaii and taught me that we can combine different ways of thinking into a unique combination. My mom is a 5'0" woman from the Philippines, and my dad is a massive, tall Swede. They met each other as high school students from very different backgrounds. Culturally, they were on opposite ends of the spectrum. Once a month, my mom's high school in Kailua, which was made up mostly of kids from Asia, Samoa, and Tonga, would hold a Kill the Haole Day, where the boys would go pick a fight with the other boys from the other school. One day, my dad showed up at my mom's house with Grandma and her older brothers, all black belts, lined up on the couch. Grandma greeted him with a simple, "You know we kill you, right?" My dad smiled and said, "Thank you very much." Out of that environment of distrust, my parents brought understanding. I've learned that patience and listening over a long period of time can find a better way. That day, I'm glad that my dad didn't overreact and that my uncles didn't kill him. I don't think either family could have seen at that point what would come out of their West Side story. My dad introduced to them a culture of diligence and the hard work of the Swedes, and my mom introduced the gentleness and the loyalty of the Filipino culture.